What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tez. Whatever, man. Out here on the road. Man, I'm just cruising. I'm somewhere behind enemy lines in Kentucky. Somewhere out here in Kentucky. You know, I'm heading to Nancy, Kentucky, wherever the heck that is, to drop off some sort of server equipment. And I go where the money takes me, right? Man, but I was, I was just having some thoughts, man. So I had a interaction, with the old friend. One of those hi, how you doing type things. And she said, that she was in a great place. And, I love hearing that type of shit, from people. So my response back, part of it included, that I was doing good as well, right? And then I thought about it afterwards, man. I was like, I'm doing good. What exactly does that mean? Like, you tell people all day, when you speak to them, oh, I'm good. I'm doing good. What exactly does that mean? Right? I mean, so I was thinking about it in regards to myself. Like, am I really good? Am I good? Am I great? Am I doing all right? And yeah, I am. It wasn't like a lie or anything like that. Like, I really am. I'm doing good. And I was like, well, why am I doing good? And when I really thought about it, man, I don't know, I'd be on the road and I'd just be thinking. So when I really thought about it, the reason that I'm doing good is because I've managed to eliminate like 99% of the stressful stuff from my life, man. Like, I used to be stressed all the time. Like, all the time. A lot of it was about stuff that really didn't even matter, or it was stuff that was out of my control. Like, I was just stressed. But now that I'm to the point where I'm past that stress, right? Like, I don't have, like, workplace stress. Like, I really don't. Like, ever since I left a particular job that I was at forever, and I left on my own terms, that was at least half the stress in my life. Maybe more, but, maybe more like 75%. But it's at least half the stress in my life, man. That shit was killing me. So I don't have the workplace stress. Like, now, I can't say that everybody can just eliminate their workplace stress like I did. I mean, ways that you might be able to do it is if you're open to going to a different job. There's other opportunities out there. Some people get complacent, they get set in their ways, they get comfortable, right? And that level of comfort, knowing that paycheck is coming, or knowing when they are going to work, this is what my day is going to be like every day. Some people get so comfortable with that even though it really is a burden on them, they're willing to stay there, tough it out, deal with it, just because they're comfortable. Some people aren't open to change, some people aren't open to an unscripted day. They need everything to be scripted or mapped out for them. And if it's not, that's even more stress, right? So they're willing to put up with the boss that's a jerk. They're willing to put up with getting denied for promotions and opportunities, that they should get. Some people are just worried about money. Like, what I've done is position myself to where I don't just rely on my work income. I have multiple sources of income. Like right now, I'm out here on the road. I deliver packages on the weekend. I only do it on Friday and Saturday. I make a lot of money doing it, considering that I only do it for 2 days. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, by having this extra source of income, then I'm not as pressed about my main job, because I could go take a job where I make less money, but I can make it up doing this and then some. I actually just turned down the highest paying job offer that I've ever had. I turned it down, which I'm gonna make a whole nother video about. But I turned it down, and I have zero stress, zero regrets over it. But it was the most money I was ever gonna make. Tie that to what I'm doing right now, my God. My bank account would be looking real nice, but I'm happy doing what I'm doing. You can't put a price on happiness. I've said this before in other videos. You cannot put a price on happiness. Dead weight friends, people that are dragging you down with their bullshit, people that are a burden to you, people that put their problems on you, people that use you. There's a lot of different ways that friends could be stressful. Especially, now you got lifelong friends, close friends. Those are people that you typically want to hold on to, right? Typically, not always, but typically. So you want to work through those problems. You want to be there for those type people. But some people, like, really are more of an acquaintance than a friend. And they bring meaningless stuff, to you. Because, like, I don't know, you might not like to do a certain thing. Like say you're somebody who don't like to go out clubbing or something like that. You don't like to go out to bars and get drunk. You would prefer to just go to a restaurant. So if you and a friend is going out and, for drinks or food or whatever, you would rather go to a restaurant than the hood-ass bar. But you got that friend that wants to take you to the hood-ass bar every time you want to go out. And then on top of that, they always got some sort of drama. So they don't want to go to, Applebee's or whatever to hang out. They want to go to this bar over here, not because they can't have a drink at Applebee's, but because they want to double down on what they're doing, right? They're going out with you to hang out with you, but then they're also going to this bar because that's where a certain person they trying to keep an eye on, interact with, flirt with, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Get back in their good graces. You never know what the situation is. It's just an example, right? But that friend wants to put you in one of these uncomfortable situations, if you will, have you in an uncomfortable place for their own intentions or agenda. Those type of people bring you down, man. And there's plenty of other ways, that friendship can affect you, but when you cut that out of your life, man, that helps you get to a better place. Because now, the people that you do have as acquaintances or friends, now you've got the right people around you. Like me, a lot of the people that I hang around with have something positive going on, They got businesses. They're writing books. People are out here investing and sharing knowledge. Whatever it is, man. They got just positive stuff going on. You can have a friend that, I don't know, they still working at a $10 an hour warehouse or something like that. But They family people, you know, good with their family. No drama, no BS. Always there for you. Somebody that you can just talk to and relate to. You know, so I'm not saying that all your friends have to have like this high level of success, but you pick the different qualities in friends that you mesh well with. It helps make you better, and in turn, you know, it's not stressful to be around. What else? You know, relationship stress. Now, nobody's relationship is perfect, right? But when you think about, you know, if you're living with somebody, you're in a relationship, each side has to compromise, right? You may want to do certain things or run things a certain way, but you got to compromise. So the little different things that you conflict over, some of that stuff might be small, but there could be large issues, or it could be a combination of small issues. But I don't know, for me, some of the stuff that I used to get upset with in a relationship doesn't bother me anymore. You know, either mentally I prepare myself to go in a different direction thought-wise. Some of it, maybe I just need to be more open-minded. Some of it is strictly just a compromise. Like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Is it really a big deal? No. So just go ahead and compromise. And not having those sources of conflict or what have you makes things better, easier to deal with. And again, stress. It relieves stress. Nobody wants to be in their home fussing, fighting, and arguing all the time. How many of you got the friend where every time you invite them out, you know, a couple or even just a friend, right? Every time you're together, every time you invite them out, either they're arguing. The husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever they are, they're arguing. And even if they're not together, you know, you could just be hanging out with your friend at a restaurant, bar, whatever you do. And the whole time, they texting mad, you know, texting, arguing while they're hanging out with you, or have a couple conversations with a significant other, where they pick up the phone, they argue, and you know, and you can see it affects people, man. Nobody wants to be mad at somebody else all day, every day, but there's people out here living like that. I don't understand why. Like, if you don't get along with somebody, man, you need to let them go. That negative energy is not something to keep around. You know, you can't build with somebody that you don't get along with. I'm sorry. You can't do it. You can believe you can do it in your head, but reality, you can't do it. Just like you can't go into business with somebody that you don't get along with. You can't do it. You just can't do it. So, you know, when I was thinking, again, when I go back and I'm just thinking about why I'm in a good place, it's those things, man. And lately, I've been in a position to where when negative things try to creep up in my life, or I find myself going down a path, you know, that at this age I shouldn't, or something like that. Or I have thoughts of going back to doing stuff that I used to do that I don't do no more. Like, I think about it. I think about the outcome, why, you know, I'm having those thoughts, why I may want to do this or that. And if it doesn't make sense, I shut it down. Because otherwise, that's a burden too. So, I mean, I'm truly blessed, man. Like, and I don't say that just to use the word. You know, people like to throw that word around, that they blessed. But I am, man, because Like, I work hard. I've worked hard like my whole life. I've always been a hard worker. Always had the initiative. I've always been there for others. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been loyal, trustworthy, like all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel really good about where I'm at. You know? I don't even know where I was going with that part. Because I'm watching the road, people throwing me off. They riding by, you know, I'm in this Sprinter type van, they cut me off and stuff like that. You know how people do. As soon as they get past the bumper of the big vehicle, they assume that, you know, they can just hop over and you're never going to catch up with them. But, you know, anyway. But yeah, man, like, I do a good job of avoiding putting myself in situations where the burden or the baggage comes back. You know, I think everything through. And life is good, man, you know? Life is good, man. A lot of doors, windows, opportunities have opened up for me over the last couple of years, and I'm truly grateful for it. But yeah, man, think about it, man. Think about where you at in life, how you would describe how you're doing. If you're in a good or great place, what's your definition of good or great? Are you really in a good position? If you feel like you're at a bad point in your life, man, think about what you got to do to change it, man. If it's so-so and it has its ups and downs, think about what you can do to eliminate those downs. Because a lot of that stuff is in our control. Not everything, but a lot of that stuff is in our control. So that's all I got, man. It's your homeboy, Whatever Man. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Whatever Man, WHATEVA_man. Like my comment, like my videos, share my videos, comment. Go over to the Black Gent, www.theblackgent.com. Get you some good old grooming products. Get your beard right. Use the code TEZ, TEZZ at checkout. Gone.